Assalamu alaikum, Bokai. Welcome back to the Jala Football Bantaba YouTube channel, the home of Gambian football. It's your boy again, guys, Chama. And it's another, weekend recap or a weekly recap because we try to cover the whole action that happened over the course of the week as far as Gambian footballers are concerned. So welcome back to the channel, guys. Make sure if you are new around here, please don't forget to help by hitting that subscribe button, and also if you enjoy what we do on our platform, the Jello Football Bantaba, make sure you give us a thumbs up, guys, a like on Facebook, on Instagram, or on YouTube, wherever you are watching us. Welcome back. It's the international week, I would say. It's an international week. I'm sure right now players are gathering in camp for our double, our two fixtures, two crucial fixtures against Comoros and against Tunisia. Yeah, we hope that we will get the results that we are looking for there to make it a hat trick of African Cup of Nations qualifiers. It will do us a wall of good. We have not been so successful when it comes to tournaments qualifying for AFCON this year. We see our under 20, under 17, fail to make it. So if the senior team can rescue us now, that will be really, really something wonderful. But yeah, I have confidence in the boys. I have confidence with the players that the coach call up. Yes, there are some question marks about players in terms of fitness and stuff like that. But hopefully, we will have enough in the tank, to get the job done. We just need 4 points, minimum 4 points. If we get that, we will make it to the African competition. But of course, the 4 points will come from at least winning against Comoros, and then at least getting a point in Tunisia, which will be difficult. But who knows? Maybe the boys are going for a double win. Getting both wins. Man, because suma waji mi ngi si comments yi suma ndo pamach nuyu naa la nga ne naka yaa ngi baax. Nice. Welcome. Good to see you. Full in help supporting the channel. Yeah, it's gonna be a massive week for Gambia. It's gonna be a massive week. I'm not a chubby badina in terms of players. See, but there's a lot of excitement as well. There are some players you guys you legacy squad with that people are very excited to see in the squad. And yeah, I think Coach Johnny just did what he promised to do in terms of picking the basing his selection based on performance of players and stuff like that. Of course, there are some players when Yanko Minty they will question, Yanko Minty has not been playing, but Lumko has a press conference and Yanko Minty has put a lot has a lot credit in his bank, so that he can call him into the national team despite not having playing time at club level. And Gambia is not the first country to do that. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. It's not ideal situation, but he's such an important player for the country. Yeah, but I will start the recap today. Small if it be the day. Small slides in the so you will be seeing my face most of the time. I don't know if you guys like that or not, but you'll be seeing my face most of the times. Let me see what I say in the comments. Small like Alimatu win reg inshallah. Abu mum lole ñaan jata mu ne you finally arrived. Jata finally arrived. Yeah. Alasana Jata. Yeah, it was just a matter of time. I think this was the right time for him to come through as well. I think there was always some obstacle in the past. That's why he was not coming in the last two qualifiers. That was the reason. And of course, the World Cup qualifiers as well. He has had a chance to come in the last. He has been in good form. But almost always when the time to call the national team comes up, there is something that happens. And the coach have some good reasons for not picking him. But this time around, there was no one. He was in good form and he was, fit and playing regularly for his club, not County, which means, coach has to call him in and hopefully he will bring the lucky charm and then, help Gambia, go to the African Cup of Nations again for the third time in a row. loolu la ñoo ñaar waaye tey balaa maa dugga si squad boobu noonu Tell them so weekend recap. I will do it in two parts. The first part, I'm gonna try to focus on players you have in the squad. You have the name in the squad, but they did really well over the course of the weekend. Just a mention of those players, and then I will look at the squad. I will look at the squad. I think I have the squad on my screen here. Yeah, I have it. Another one I can show it, and I will look at the squad, and then try to see the players who have been doing well and who were very good over the course of the weekend or over the course of the week or stuff like that. Yeah. No leen ko defee tey no leen ko defee ma ne ko I know many people are disappointed Haruna Rossi not coming after winning the double, doing well in the car in the Europa and stuff like that. But yeah, he's still 19 years of age, so that means there is a long way for him to go. I don't think because even so, if you're Orion right now, it was not a matter of you wanna go play. Because it's crucial game. This is his first time coming into the national team. He's a young player. You want to use the experienced players more. So for him, there is no rush. I think Manon Lahogse, there is no rush with him. He will come. He will become a very, very important player for the Gambia national team in the future. I have no doubt about that. But sometimes. And to be honest, I thought he deserved a call up based on his performance. But again, it's not a rush to call him in. We have some older heads there already. So maybe going with experience might help. But at the end of the day, whatever we do to qualify to the African Cup of Nations, that is the right thing to do. So we just hope that what Johnny did will be enough to get Gambia to the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Don't be surprised. The game finished 0-0 or 1-1. The boys are not hungry. All my brother. Bro, my bro G. I think boys they are hungry. Minty, he is not fit, but he insists. I would not say he's not fit, but he's not 100% fit. But he insists that he's gonna come. That's how much this game means to him. The same. Look at the players; they are coming into the camp very quickly. Yesterday, some players looking in camp already, which is a nice thing. I think the players are hungry. I think sometimes it's unfair if we say the players are not hungry. They showed that in the last game against Comoros. They showed their hunger, and then that's how we got that win, because that game was against Madagascar. It was a fighting game. It was not the most pretty game we played. It was not the best game we played on a Johnny. I think even Johnny said it. But we got the results, and we really fought really hard against them on that day. It was a very physical game against Madagascar, the second leg, but the boys fought well. So we have to give them credit for that. Hopefully they will bring that fighting spirit again. You get the results we want. I think they are hungry, man. I think they want to go. They want to go to the African Cup of Nations. The younger ones who have not been there, they want to be there. The older ones, some of them, this might be their last opportunity to play in an African Cup of Nations, so they want to be there. I think there is hunger. There is hunger in the team. I think there is will for the players to qualify as well. But yeah, of course, sometimes things don't go your way, and it can happen. And sometimes you don't perform well, and things don't go your way. It can happen. But I think the boys are hungry. My bro G. I think that over the weekend, looking at some of the players who were in action. I think I'll start with Zakaria Sawa. I've not heard from him in a while. Zakaria Sawa Aris, he plays in Cyprus. He's having a stellar season. Of course, he's a Swedish born, but of course Gambian. He can also he can also represent the Gambia. He's somebody who have Gambia at heart. It's just unfortunate he has not been called up to the national team yet, but I don't think really he warrants that at this moment in time. There was a time at some point during Tom's time, I think there was a time that he was doing really well for his club that I would have loved to see him in the national team. But, Tom, he used to have his core players, and then he used to stick to those players regardless of who is doing well or not. He only made changes when there was an injury or stuff like that. So Zakaria never had the opportunity. This weekend, he came back. He missed the last 3 or 4 games for Aris in the Cyprus League. And then he came back, and then he bagged another goal. Now he started the season really well. He played 6 games for Aris this season, and then he already have 3 goals. So he's scoring a goal every 2 games that he play, which is not bad. And another player I would like to another player I would like to mention is Adama Bojang. Adama Bojang also, I would like to mention him. Zakaria, my bro G, Zakaria want to play for for Gambia. Yeah, definitely, definitely. If he gets the opportunity, I think he will play for the Gambia. I know about that. But of course, you have to warrant the position. You have to warrant the place before they call you up. He started the season well. Only thing I will I will be a little bit critic about him this season is like he's always coming off the bench. All his goals he scored them coming off the bench, which is also a good trait to have. A player ko xamne anytime su duggé ci bench bi su duggé daf dé mëna am impact ci game. That is quite important, you know. It's quite important. So Zakaria, hopefully he can continue and then he can, you know, try to cement his place in that team. The next player I was saying was Adam Obojang. Adam Obojang, he was not in the goals this weekend. His club, to be honest, they are kind of struggling in the Swiss league. But there has been some good development with Adam Aboyang because we want to see him, you know, we want to see him hit the ground running. He has not really hit the ground running since moving to Europe after having a wonderful World Cup with the under 20. He has never really hit the ground running at club level. And you look at when he went to start the Rams. You know, he started the season in the middle of the season. The team had already started their preseason and he joined them later. I think that played a huge part why he could not, you know, have an impact at start the REM initially, and then eventually the coach was changed, you know, and all those kind of things. It kind of affect because the coach who wanted you was not there anymore. A new coach is coming and then he comes with new ideas, so it's difficult for him to really find his feet at start the REM. So I was glad when he went on loan. I was really happy with that because I watched him play here in Japan. So I spoke to him about things like that. So, and then he was being played out of position and stuff like that, which, you know, if you know the player well, you will know that like his strength is in the middle of the pitch, like in the middle, like I mean, in the central striker. Number 9, that is his strength. But he was being left in the wing to open up like a Yanko Minte all the way on the wing, which is not his game. You know, every player have their own style of game. You know, if you take Yanko Minte and they tell him to go and play defensive midfield, it does not work because his game is on the wings and stuff like that. So Adam was similar. So playing him on the wing, sometimes of course players are versatile, but he does not, you know, look like a player that is like that player who will play in the wings and stuff like that. He can be there maybe for 1 or 2 games, but I don't think it's a place that you will see him, you know, make a name for himself. I think he will make a name for himself as a central striker. So that was the issues that he had at Stade de Reims. So when he went to loan on Stade Sturm Graz, he scored in a friendly game. He scored in their their friendly. In the last international break, not this past one, I think the previous one, he scored and assisted during that international break. And then, you know, after the international break, he started getting starting bad in the team. He has started the last 3 games for them. This weekend he also started the game, but he only lasted the 45 minutes. But at least you can see that he's gaining the trust of the coach, because I said last week his teammate to the South Korean striker, the 20-year-old, like when we played in the World Cup, he was, you know, Gambia were in the same group with South Korea. South Korea, the striker that they had was, you know, his teammate currently at Grasshoppers, and when he came in, he was the regular starter. And then now that player has kind of lost his spot in the team. Adama has come in, but still a little thing I don't like is still seeing him playing on the wings. You know, I don't know what the dynamics are, but they keep playing him there, and I think he's wasted if they play him there. They should just give him some time to play in the central rule, 1 or 2 games, and I'm sure he will hit the ground running. But glad to see him start 3 games in a row for club, which is wonderful. We move on to Sweden. Mjällby were also in action this weekend. They drew 1-1. Of course, we have a couple of Gambians playing at Mjällby. One of them is Abdoulaye Mane, who has been a different, you know, player since signing his, you know, since changing his agency, because he signed with Bakary. Since moving to Bakary, he has been a different player, to be honest. This weekend too, he was very, very, you know, electric. He was one of the best players for Mjällby in that game. The other player is Imam Jan. Imam Jan. He's a Sweden international, Gambian born Sweden international. But he's still a young player. Imam Jan, who was playing at Everton and stuff like that, then moving back to Sweden, they were playing. Imam created the goal. I'm sure some people think Abdullah Mane created that assist because he was credited with the assist in many, live score applications that Abdullah Mane scored the goal. But it was not Abdullah Mane who assisted the goal. It was Imam Jan. But Abdullah Mane was very electric. He created the most chances in the game. I think he created 5 chances. And then you look 1 or 2 games back, he scored, I think, in the last 3 games, in the last 4 games, he scored 2 goals. I think he's knocking on the door to be in the Gambian national team now. He's starting regularly for MLB. He's playing in the Swedish league. He's starting regularly. So I think it's just a matter of time before we see him. Unfortunately, the next international break after this one is going to be in March. So a lot of things can happen from now until March. I can see a lot of players, trying to use that time to come into the national team. But the form he is in, if he can maintain this form, it's not going to be long before we see Abdullah Mane in the national team. Imam too is a top player. He can play in the midfield. He can play in the, when we're speaking of versatile, he can play on the wings. And he created his goal playing on the wings, but most of the time he sometimes plays as the 10, sometimes he plays as the 6, as the 8. A very good player, just 21 years of age. He was at Everton. It didn't work out for him at Everton. Everton paid some money for him, but it didn't work out for him there. Then he moved back to Sweden, but now he's making name for himself again in Sweden, playing for the Sweden youth teams as well. He's another player that we should monitor. A very good player. He and Abdullah Mane are having a good connection, or they are having a good rapport at MLB. They complement each other very well in that team in a way. So these are 2 players that we should be monitoring. And Demo Dabo, a player that we have not had for a while. He also scored this weekend. He scored he scored in the first minute of play actually. They were leading 2-0. His club in Armenia, and then they ended up drawing Azerbaijan rather, and they ended up drawing that game 2-2. So Demo Sedikan with a goal there. So I think those are the players who are not currently in the national team that were very good over the course of the weekend. And now we move on to the players who are in the national team, and then I will talk about them more in depth. Nick Smunenaka, Chama, it's been a while. Yeah, bro, nuina, it's been a while. Why they go see comments? Why nobody me yangi ba? Wow, glad you are doing well. One thing I know, if players approach the 2 games with hunger and also with 3 C's, yeah, of course, the 3 C's: commitment, confident, it will be. It will be good. It will be good. I think the players, I think the players are hungry. The players are hungry to make it, especially the younger ones and also the older ones as well. Because Kumeli Omar Kolik, this might be his last opportunity to go to the African Cup of Nations. Who knows what happens after this? Of course, AFCON is every 2 years or something. Yeah. So maybe he might have another one in his, but this might be a big opportunity for him, because he has done it twice. So to do it 3 times as a captain of the country, I'm sure he's very motivated to do that. James, he has been in top form. Ibrahim Ajajo, the Pirate Boys, he's been in top form since he came back from the national team with that clean sheet. Like, he has been a different beast in the Estonian league. I will talk about him. Later. And then you look at players like Ibu Ture. You never question Ibu Ture whenever he plays for Gambia. He always gives you 110%. Joseph Cisse, surprisingly, he has been very, very, very good for the Gambia, despite not having regular playing time at club level, which is not ideal for him as well. But because we don't have a lot of options at right back, but whenever he plays, he is giving you like a very good performance. I think he has kind of locked up that right back spot. Another player will have to come and do really well to come and oust him from that position. He has been, doing really, 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 really well. And then you look at the players in the middle, Alassana Mane, top performance that put on last time. When you play, Musa Baro, they are in the top form. Abdullah Jallo, I'm glad to see him, picking up form again. He put in a wonderful performance this weekend. I'm very happy to see that from Abdullah Jallo. I've been questioning his form, but the game he put in this weekend, it was completely different from the game he has been putting up in recent games. He assisted the only goal that Met scored in that one. So I'm very happy to see him, because we know he's a talisman in the Gambia. When Abdullah is in form, Abdullah can win the game for the Gambia. So it breaks my heart if I see these players not coming into the national team without form. They're not doing really well at their club level. It breaks me. I don't. It's not ideal, but I'm happy these players, Ablai Jallo, Musa Barrow, Musa mom every time again he hold that talismanic responsibility daf ko enu te daf ko dee wone tam si page bi. So mom he's somebody you can count on. So having these players, our key players who can win us games coming into this international break in good form, I think is really good. Aliou Farera is playing regularly. Yes, Como are not doing really well recent after the international break, but he's starting every single game and he's putting in some good performances for them. Italian league is really difficult, but he's starting week in week out for Como, which is something we love to see. And then you see we have a couple of strikers who are coming in good form. Alassana Jatta, everybody is excited to see him. I don't know how many minutes he's gonna play. Abdoulaye Cisse, the boy cannot stop scoring. Like he has been absolutely exceptional for Pirate this season. He has been absolutely exceptional. Imagine a player who joined in the middle of the season and find his way in the top 7 players, top seven leading goal scorer in the league, which is insane. His goal scoring form or his goal scoring rate, he's scoring a goal at every 0. Like every 79 minutes played, he scored a goal. Every 79 minutes he played at a professional level. This is his first year as a professional league football. Every 79 minutes he scored a goal. No player in the Estonian league is coming close to that number. Every player is around the 100 plus. Like no player is even close to him. So if he started that league, he would have been the leading goal scorer 100%. 100% would have won the Golden Boot if he had started at the with everybody. But of course, he was playing with Real de Banjul. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Yanko Minte is coming. Of course, he is the player. He's not informed coming into this. He's not informed, but again, it's Yanko Minte. So we say you coach bi muna sacrifice bobu nonu wala jël xam nga isi ko si team because of how important, how crucial he is in the team. Yanko muna silent for 90 minutes game bi ben action la mo def rek mu isil Gambia goal. Benn action la moo def mu Gambia goal. Yankuba, like he's been the most important player since bu Johnny ñëwee. He's been more Musa Baro ngay wax. Understand? Both of them have scored 3 goals and 2 assists. But if you look at Minte, he has only failed to score or assist in one game bu Gambia played. The people Jonathan McKinstry ñëwee. Only one game. That was the Gambia game against Comoros. Buñ duré 1-1 bu Musa de score free kick bi. That's the only game bu Yankuba Minte play since bu Jonathan McKinstry ñëwee scored te assisted. That's the only one. Like that kind of player. So I mean that team, why you have to do everything, especially if you are going into a very crucial, double header game. You have to do everything to get him in that team. You have to do everything to get him in that team, even if it is for 5 minutes, even if he's gonna sit on the bench and then the coach is gonna be thinking, the opponent's coach is gonna be thinking, oh, is Yankuba Minte coming? Because they know about him. They have to prepare for him and all that. When is Yankuba Minte coming? That is just like psychologically. So for me, I know many people believe Coach Bilum waxoon I will not pick players koo xam ne nekkul di perform sa club ma isi la ba dem mu ñëw def ko si Yankuba Minte. Understand? Like I don't have any problem with the decision. I have problem with the coach naka la laan frame boppam, naka la laan portray boppam su laan wax loolu noonu. But I don't have any problem with the decision pour Yankuba Minte ñëw because the stakes are very, very high. And he is such an important player for the country right now that I just cannot phantom Yankuba Minte not being in the squad. That's the thing. That's the thing. So he has to be there. He has to be there for me. But we have to be careful. He's a young boy, 19-year-old, 2019. He's very young. So we have to be very careful with him. We have to take care of his body very well because we want him to have a career like the elite players, like the Cristiano Ronaldo, like the Messi, playing until 35, 40 years old, playing football because he's such a talented player. So we have to take care of his body as well. So I hope Brighton will accompany him with a physio or something like that so that he can do all the rehab work that he has to do. And then I hope Coach Jonathan McKinstry will be very careful, mindful of how he use him over the next two games, because we have to also protect. We have to also think about the the career, the future of the kid. We should not just damage them when they are young, and then they their careers and early. So low line played like the coach be more careful when it comes to using the kid. Even though we are desperate right now, but also the health of the player is also very, very, very important, and we need to take care of that. Yeah. Sawaji mas munenaka. Mas munenaka. Imagine 4-4-2 Abdullah Sise and Alassana. Well, it will be interesting. That will be interesting. It will not be a bad combo, because so say the Abdullah Sise, they will not play, they will not drop the player as a 10 and stuff like that. But Wulfar Yang and Musa Bar, Yang and Abdullah Jallo, Jamano, they will wanna occupy that area. So it will be difficult to think about 4-4-2 with two strikers other than Musa Nekas is one of those two strikers. But of course, you never know what coach is going to do. And I think it will be too early to start those two in terms of experience and stuff like that. So I'm not expecting to see that. But it is very exciting. Yes, Mas. It's exciting, Mas Manga. It's very exciting. Minte Baro out wide engine. Well, I mean, they don't expect him to start momentum. I don't expect him to start. Minte plays Gambia Friday. No. Minte play Gambia Friday. No, oh yes. I will say I will bench him. I will bench him 100%. I will not start him. And if the game is going our way, I will not play him. Okay. If the game is not going our way, that we need, for example, game bang enemy 1-1 or stuff like that, we are going into the last 10 minutes of the game, or we are going to the last 15 minutes of the game, then I will start thinking about Yanko Minte should come. But let's say Gambia is leading 2-0, and then we are controlling the game, Yanko Minte Benji, I will not bring him on. So you have to be careful about this situation. Nyaka pe hemota you def ko squad be. Nyaka pe hemota you def because we are in a critical situation right now. So Gambia qualify on. Well, as soon as the first game of the qualifiers, I don't think Coach Billy have done hell to squad. Of course, I'm going to hammer by my rest. But the stakes are so high that we cannot do without him, because he is such an important player in the team. Yeah, so I am Yona Basiru Sala. Good evening, bro. Nuinala. Chama, Brighton don't want the boy to go and play with, what is the problem? Oh, he will go. Don't worry. I just see Bakari posters actually on the Instagram. They are like 1v1. Their agency. They just posted young community going to the international break. So don't worry about that. He will be in the. He will go into the camp. I was going even try to pick the GFF pictures, because they are doing their regular updates in terms of the pictures. So hopefully they will update, and then we will see the Gambian Starboy very soon. Let me just reload that GFF page and see what's there. I was supposed to do the weekend recap, but what time banging there? Do an national team be? But let me just there's some few players who next national team be who GFF guy ngi basel lo xode guy update depuis dem ci goudi wa lu xew nak wow, so you Gambians, we need give the coach time, because he is working on transition. Yeah, definitely, I agree with you. Transition, man, I don't have any problem. I don't even want to mention that Gambian here quite forward. Why I don't like. I think he has a project, and he has started well, like reasonably well. So like it's about the coach of time. We don't need to rush him. Like Tombum New Gambia, first 11 games, I mean, 1 win la jox. I'm sure everybody forgets about that because of the African Cup of Nations back to back, but he was given time, and it's important. You just kini time. Bumo Gena 5 games, Gambia winning. So Bumo Gena Gambia lose 5 consecutive games. So it was very difficult for whoever who was coming in to come and change, and then like it's not going to be easy. And then Johnny come in straight away. It was African Cup of Nations, World Cup qualifiers, African Cup of Nations qualifiers. No opportunity for friendly games, nothing whatsoever. So you cannot judge. Yeah, you have to give him time. And for me, Mom, I am not even thinking about that. Coach, he needs a lot of time, and then implement his ideas, and then before you call judge fully. Of course, of course we talk about those things, but overall, Mom, and for me, I am content with what I see so far. I would have loved Gambia qualify African Cup of Nations by now, but I'm content with the progress, the team, the patterns of play and stuff like that. I'm quite happy. But because my wife have on a bus gay, bro, let's support and pray for the boys, please. Keep your pessimism to yourself. We need positive energy. Yeah, definitely. uh, Kisah sawa aja mana naga. When Gambia, win Reg Gambia. Wow, Gambia na win. Inshallah, yala ba. Let's thank the voice. Wow, money. Kala voice. Semua waji. Kala farms. Nice guy la. Nice guy la. Semua waji. We are working, but we have to listen to you. No, bro, appreciate na lolo. Babu Gar, Basiru, appreciate na lolo a lot. Appreciate na lolo a lot. You know, that my new fee every time they live in. Yeah, and yeah, I love doing it. Yeah, Lama, he did a good job yesterday. Yeah, Glavadiakos, they won 3-2. Farinako mentioned, Moranaco mentioned earlier, and he got an assist, put in a very good game there. Missed accent last few games, but yeah, it was good to see him back and then, doing well. He's another player who has Gambia or go sorry from Nekani. Why Yalabana? A party to the Nekabena. Sometimes players in development of the Neka slow, sometimes Samga. So hopefully, he can have a very good season at Lavadiakos and then he can kick on with his career. He's a lovely player. We love him. He has some qualities that not many Gambians have. We know the number 10s we used to have in the past. We have not seen those kind of number 10s anymore. The types of Jatoye, type of David Hines. We haven't seen those kind of number 10s anymore. And Lama was very close to that. He was very close to that, but of course he have a long way to go. So hopefully, he can kick on with his career, and then we will see a lot of him soon. Ibrahima Jaite, Sawaji Munenaka. Even if we didn't go to the African Cup, But going back to the weekend, let me go to the squad. Then let me talk about the players. Then how did they do over the course of the weekend? Just look at the keepers first. Of course, let me say, of course, Mommy get trained from Nekani really Banjul to prepare for the new season, League B, and then Young Amsawaji, CSCB, he played a decent game this weekend. I think they drew 1-1, but the star was Ibrahim Ajaju's tech. I was supposed to write some kind of a post for him, to summarize his season, which has been absolutely exceptional. Time is the biggest challenge for me as well, but he has been top performer. I watched their game this weekend. I watched Paide play the final game against the champions, the eventual champions. Paide won that game 3-0, and Steck was at his best again. 5 clean sheets in a row. Lateklante 5. So Bumo joge Gambia si international break bi. They won't keep clean sheet boobu non Gambia versus Comoros Madagascar. Boom delwe Benagi goal la concede up to this date, and then we play 6 games, 5 clean sheets like kept. And then to add the icing to the cake, he even produced an assist. In the last game, they won 3-2. He produced a wonderful assist. If you don't watch the game, the highlights are there, by the way. You can go to the Paide page. You can look at the highlights and look at the assists that Ibrahim Ajaju put in. That's why he was named in the team of the week at the end of the week. He was named in the team of the week. Top assist, similar to what Man City goalkeeper, what Ederson, he does for Haaland every time. The team will try to press them, and then the striker is full as gannaaw rek mu drobal la ball bi. Drop bu correct la ko drop. The striker bi fa ñew rek lob ball bi ci ko goalkeeper bi. Goal. One touch finish la ko finish because the pass was so slick from Ibrahima Jaju's tech, and then nga add that mu keep clean sheet. Top performance from him. Of course, Abdullah Cisse was also playing in that game. He scored and assisted as well. Taking off at the 63 minutes, injury-free. Amga, in the national team, with also he's flying. Like I say, he ended the season with 13 league goals. 13 league goals last score this season. He having played just how many games? Let me just. I wrote that somewhere. I wrote season summary. Yeah, 15 games that play. 15 games that Abdullah Cisse played, 13 goals scored, 5 assists made. 15 games in 15 games. And he only started 13 games. So 13 starts, 13 goals in your first year as a professional player. And don't forget, the final month before he went to Paide, he was absolutely mental in the GFF league as well. Real de Banjul, he scored 5 goals for them, I think, in 3 games. Coming back from an injury, scored 5 goals in 3 games. Then Real de Banjul will League with them Paide, and then just continue scoring goals for fun. Like he was the only player in that month, just the month before he went to Paide, he was the Jollof Football Bantaba and Space TV Player of the Month in the GFF League. Went to Paide within 2 months. He was also the Jollof Football Bantaba Professional Players Player of the Month. Like the rise of this player has been absolutely like it has been exponential. It's going, you know. I cannot see him staying at Paide. That's the unfortunate. Like he's on loan, of course. Really, Banyu Lola guy smile from Nekani because of player boy nga send ko loan to a professional club. Mudem def lini si professional club. Binga ham defa that's what Real Banjul. His stock is now at the high. Is very high. Like Real smile. He played for the national team right now. His value is gonna go up. It's gonna rocket. And you know there are some top clubs being mentioned. As talking about agent and million so some clubs you have on you see campaign with space BI I mean clubs you have the clubs you making call top stuff like that. So yeah, he's not gonna stay at Paide. He's not gonna stay at Real de Banjul, of course. He's not gonna stay. And of course Real don't even want to hold him there because now they want to make money and then invest it back into the club. That's how you have to survive in Gambian football. So 1 goal, 1 assist, 15 games this season, 13 goals and 5 assists. A goal every 80 minutes. And then if you look at a goal or an assist, every 58 minutes, he's either getting a goal or an assist. Like these are numbers that players like Haaland, these are the numbers that they put together. Of course, I'm not comparing. I'm just saying these are the numbers they put together. It's different leagues and stuff like that. Of course, Abdullah Cisse, I think he will do very well in any league he plays because of the talent he has. The boy, I think he's very, very talented. He can link up play very well. He can score different type of goals. The goals he is scoring, though, he is scoring, they are exceptionally very good goals. So it's not just the normal goals that you will see players score. These are world-class goals, well-placed finishes, top goals. You guys have seen him. Like he's good in the air, he's good with his foot, he can drop and play, link up play, he can do the physical play as well. Sometimes he even drop all the way to the defense to like acting as a number 6, especially their team if they are pressed very well, like the opponents are pressing very, very high and they don't have numbers. Otherwise they usually drop all the way to the around the midfield 6 area to collect the ball, make a turn. He did that last weekend and then won a foul around just outside the penalty area. He's a top talent. So hopefully he will get his first goal for the Gambia in this international break. Let's move on to Omar Koli, captain. Mom Tamulon play this weekend. He had a difficult game, like Olympiacos, like I don't. So it was really, really difficult for them. Unfortunately, they lost the game 3-2. Last week, Omar Koli, he was playing in Manchester. Put in a very good performance against United. I think he was the best performer for PAOK in that game. Of course, they lost at Old Trafford in the Europa. But yeah, he did put in a top performance in that game. Another player who Mamadou Lion Jai, he was not available this weekend. I think he has so he was suspended due to yellow cards, accumulation of yellow cards, so he was not available. But for the season B, I think they will finish around mid-table. The season is almost done. And they were out of the cup in the semi-finals, unfortunately. So there's not much to play for. They will not get relegated, obviously. And there is still a chance they can make the European spot, but it's going to be a tough, a really, really, a difficult ask for them to do that. Babu Njai, we also see him in the national team recently. A very interesting player, left winger. I spoke to many players who know him well. He was at number 10 now playing as a fullback. Technically, he's really solid. So I'm excited to see him. You see James was playing against his former club, that is AC Horsens. This weekend we won the game 3-2. Mo Alassane Aye played in game B. James put in a good performance. They won 3-2. They are walking away with that league. Joseph Cisse, he only had another cameo appearance, just 11 minutes to play in Cesena. They won their game this weekend. Doudou Dadi Gueye also played Momo Jilon position place Lion Jai bisa si weekend bi Bugay because Lion Jai was suspended, so Doudou Dadi moo doon play foofu. Ibu Touré moom he was playing for Stockport. They won 5-0. xam nga put in a very good performance as well. xam nga moom Mr. Consistency moom is one of those players yoo xam ne I'm never worried about him su ma ko gisee si team because I know he will give you at least 7 out of 10 every single game. So xam nga he's very consistent performer. That's what I love about him, to be honest. I'm Bayo, Bayo too. He's doing well. Another player who had a very good game this weekend was Ibrahim Adabo. He's very divided. Like Gambian fans are very divided when it comes to Ibrahim Adabo. And I think it stemmed back to the African Cup of Nations. Man, African Cup of Nations with an injury. He did not have the best of African Cup of Nations. And then we started him in the first game against Senegal. Could be more started at the end of the day. He's coming back from injury, but it was all based on the trust that he have on the player. And like he was not terrible, but people make it look like he was very bad, And then since then, a section of Gambian fans are still Ibrahim Adabo should not be in the squad, but he's a good player. He's a top player, man. Injury bi moko yahalon rek why he's a very good player. This weekend he was man of the match for his club, Frosinone, in the Italian Serie B. They drew the game, but he was really good. Put in top performance, won the most duels in that game, won the most foul for his club, completed the most dribbles for his club in that game. He was man of the match. Very good performance. Another excitement is Abubakar Bari, to see Abubakar Bari, Hamza Bari's brother in the squad. If I say I look at him similar to Ibu Touré rather, consistent. Like since moving to Austria Vienna, before he got his injury, like the performance were very consistent, the same level every single time, and then sometimes you see outstanding performances. That's how you want to see. Like at least you have a minimum of 7 all the time, 7, and then you give a 9, and then you give a 7. But I don't like when players are like, they I'm 5, like I'm 9. I'm 4. That inconsistency. Like you have to be consistent. The top players, they stay consistent throughout for a very long time. And I see that quality in this kid. I see that quality in Abubakar Bari. His consistency is top notch. It's top notch. Since moving to Austria Vienna, he has been pretty consistent. Boom joge si injury bi rek la gis ne form bi hal na dip. But you can understand he's coming back from an injury, so he has to work his way back up again. And then he's coming back. Last weekend he got an assist. This weekend too, he put in a very good performance. He was rated around 7.3. They won the game. Austria Vienna, they are second. They are currently I think they dropped to third. They are third in the Austrian league. They are close to the top team in Austria. He's very well rated in that club. So I'm excited to see him in the national team. Iwo Adams, wow, what a player! The Derby fans are loading my timeline on Facebook with love for Iwo Adams. They love him to bits, Iwo Adams, because what he's doing for them. Everybody's saying he's coming, man. He puts in a lot of work for this team. Most of them see him as a Premier League player. Surprise, these are the proper Derby fans. If you just want to know, just go to the post I posted on Ibo Adams recently when I said about his let me show you. Let me show you that post. I think I can do it. And then I can just go through some of the comments what they are saying. He has been such a joy for Derby. I can remember when he was on loan last season, there were some Derby fans. They were like, every single day he will post something about Ibo Adams. Ibo Adams, please stand for us. Ibo Adams, please stand for us. Every single day he will do that. This is the post I made about Ibo Adams. Let me post it here. Yeah, this was the post about Ibo Adams. And then you can see some of the comments. There are loads of comments. I don't know if I've ever had as many comments on Ibo Adams, but they love him at Derby. So let's look at the comments, what they are saying. Wholehearted player. But is that his his happy face? I didn't choose the best picture for him. He's the strongest and most passionate player on the pitch. You see, these are just the proper Derby fans, not Gambian fans, not anything. Proper Derby fans has the engine and the tackling ability, which is Premier League class. You see, possession ability needs to improve, which I agree with. His possession ability needs to improve a little bit to move to the next level. Totally understand the fans' comments. Yeah, yes. Give his all for the team every time he puts on the shirt. So like, hold kill what film. If you are ever sad, just remember that the world is 4.543 billion years old, and you somehow managed to exist at the same time, the same time as Adam existed. Yeah, the love for him at Derby is exceptional. If I keep reading this, just go guys to the post I posted on our social, and then go through the comments, and then you see that how much the Derby fans have fallen in love with this guy because of what he's doing for them. Let's go back to the squad. I cannot read the whole comments, but I just give you a snippet of what's there. Ablai Jallo, I mentioned him. I'm happy to see him back in form. Top performance this weekend. Hopefully, he can bring that to the national team as well. We all love Ablai Jallo, but for me, my love comes with the performance. My love comes with the performance. I love all these players, young women, everyone, every player, Gambian player. As long as you are a Gambian, I love you. Everybody is in the comment. I love everyone. But when it comes to our Gambian national team, the love comes with the performance. So the performing players, I show them all the love. Like, I will fight for every single player. That is a fact. But when it comes to our national team, I cannot take sides. It's always about the performance and stuff like that. That's no guy, but that's how I see things. That's how I see things, because the national team is the highest level of football in our country. So the players who are showing at their club level that they are doing really well, like those are the players that I will back to the core, rather than those players who have a form. And Jamano, I'm happy that he's finding his form back. Last international, I was complaining what a start, but this time it will be difficult to not start him after coming, with this form in the recent game, putting one of the best performances for Mets, and then helping them to that win. So yeah, Alassane Mane last game he was exceptional. Play against Violet against Horsens this weekend. Nga am Musa Baro laka. Musa Baro dole bum jël tay guys. Musa Baro dole bum jël tay Altaoun. Mané ko Ronaldo sa waxu dega. Cristiano Ronaldo sa waxu dega. Fu nekk ni mo touch Saudi League bi. He is exceptional. Musa Baro, I think he scored in the last 4 games consecutively. Like, last month he was the Jollof Football Bantaba Player of the Month, and I would not be surprised if he wins again. I would not be surprised, because the form he is showing, it is really, really, really good. And that's why I'm happy that our talisman or our key players, they make a difference in games. They are coming in form. Ablai Jallo, Musa Baro, the only one who is not there is Yakubu Minte. But don't worry, that boy should have 5 minutes of quality rec. Maybe gonna create something. Next, Alisson this weekend gang win 3-1 la guy win. Why he was not involved in the goal start na game be why he did not get on the goals, but they won anyways. Abdullah Cisse, I mentioned him already. Yankuba Minte coow bi yëpp si moom la nekk right now. Yankuba Minte dina ñëw Brighton ñu ngi ko koñe bla bla bla, voilà. Hopefully dina ñëw moom dina ñëw. He is desperate to come, which is important. Buba wax na dara nag lu important last time si Gambia football show bi, Yankuba Minte su gaañuwee sax dafa bëgg a ñëw. So moo tax it's very important tam ñu leen a protect. Moo tax I think Brighton moo tax gars ñu bëgg a careful about it, wala ñu bëgg a ko koñe. But I think the boy have proved his fitness according to Lumbay Wah as well. Ne xam nga def na speed test si Kolobambe ak and then he was running as fast as he can. He believed ne su fekkoon ne fitu du mun a daw noonu. So like, he's just such an important player. Can we do without him? It's really, really difficult. So I don't think I cannot imagine Gambia without Yankuba. Ali Faleda mentioned now with Galen lost at this weekend, but again started the game, played well. Suleiman Kamara this weekend he was on youth sub for his club. That is Racing Santander. They are doing really well in Spanish second division. They are currently top of the Spanish second division. They are likely to go to the La Liga. They are kind of the gap is huge, so I think they will go up to the La Liga. Racing Santander is not a small club. They have been in the Spanish league in a while. He even scored during the month. He scored in the Copa del Rey. Yeah, it's good to see him. He is not doing badly there as well. So. But this weekend he was not involved. He did not get any minutes. Alassane Jatta. I think everybody is happier for that one. The man cannot stop scoring. Like he's the most. Gennag's natural goal scorer Gambia. I know Hassan was one, but Hassan Daukatla. He can finish, but the player who stays inside the 6-yard box, a player who stays just close to the goal, high quality chances. Alassane Jatta, Sularawe Gambia. No, he's different. He is different when it comes to the box. He's a poacher. He's a goal poacher. He likes to be around there. Alassane, I think he scored now 10 goals. 10 goals a square guy this season. 8 of those 10 goals, one touch finish. And man is of importance is striker. He never take another touch. One touch like finish. When a header la, ben a tabla, like ball dal na ko muduga, whatever it is, ben a touch mu finish ball be. The other 2 goals, 2 touches la jail. One touch mu control ball be. Second touch be he is finishing. So all the goals he scored. So you can say he had 10 touches, he had 12 touches, and then he scored 10 goals. Something like that. You know, it's insane. But of course, you have to put it into context. Sometimes in games, he will have only 6 passes completed. And then, you know, he's in the goals. There was a time he scored, I think, 2 goals or 3 goals in 2 or 3 matches where I think 14 passes he completed in those games together. But he was scoring, he was assisted. He is just a goal poacher. Like, very good, very good. I think he can be that one who can, you know, who can put us over the line. Especially Gambia is struggling, and then maybe game bangi tight. Yangi so like a striker could like finish chances. I think he will do that. I can remember when we played Comoros in the first leg. Small waji ñëwoon Adama Sidibe. Anga mom damala. Tanga yi ko jotuñ. So there were some good chances you want any game bo no ñu ko dugal ci box bi. May la lo su nekkon Alassane la ak tanga bi guda yi ni. Xay ni kon de waxatuñ ko. Ni kon time bi Gambia ngi am more points. But yeah. We are all happy to see him. Bamba too is somebody we are very happy to see again. He returned back from his injury, and then last week he played, and then this midweek also he was in action. So yeah, going into the game, I think most of the players, especially the key players, are in form. Most of the players who start. Steck is in good form. He will start in goal. Omar Colley and James, they are in good form. Defense mom, I think we are quite confident about the defense. You look at midfield, Ibo Adams, like he's in good form. Malena Wonder, like Guy Darby, Nekadi one, stuff like that. Abla Jallo Nyuna into form, so that's a good one. Abubakar Bari, of course, he's just coming. I don't think they then go start, but Alassane Mane, he's doing his thing in Denmark. They are at the top of the league. You know, he's one of the most creative players in the league, so he's having a very good season. So they are also in form. Gadem si ko si attack bitamit Musa Baro mi form. The only dad boy I'm young community. But again, no man go here. Young community after just some few minutes, like they have ki injured ki ganyu wuton sa. Hamga. But so why you mean ko Alassane is a real finisher. Yeah, definitely. He's a real finisher. Yeah. But guys, the main topic we want to bala dem tay. I want to hear your thoughts on that. You can discuss si camp with Felenele. I might just go to KB Sonko. Ibrahim KB Sonko, journalist. Yeah. He posted something yesterday. And then the story is still ongoing. About Cherno Samba. So let me just post what he's just posted now about Cherno Samba. He posted this just now, 46 minutes ago. Agent Cherno Samba has withdrawn his financial support to pay. Oh, really? He has withdrawn the support to pay for Coach Yaya Mane's diploma amid the public outcry. You see, topic bi la bëggoon ñëw discuss ci understand dafa withdraw listen bi I don't know why of course I know why because of people are not happy with that and then I will get to why people are not happy. This was the thing. Agent Cheno Samba might have a good heart to pay for the registration fee for Yaya Mane in the forthcoming CAF A license diploma course scheduled to take place in Liberia, but I believe it is not morally right for an agent to offer such services to a coach coaching under 17. So Lila, lii moo nekk topic bi lii moo nekk daba bi and ak first post bi on that waaw fii la suma brother Sirif Jaaju mu nekkoon naka this is a conflict. Masa post nasi, comment nasi already from the Jollof Football Benchmark page. He say this is the conflict of interest. An agent or a scout should not pay for a coach's licensing fee, especially a national team coach. We are losing it big time. Where is the integrity? Where is the integrity? That is what Sirif is asking. So let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments. What do you make of this? Cherno Samba, he offered to pay Yaya Mane, or whichever way it goes. Yaya Mane might have asked for Cherno Samba to pay, or Cherno Samba might have offered for Yaya Mane to do his coaching license, to do his coaching license, his coaching course. Now gis nañ news bi ne Cherno Samba withdraw na mu ne du ko lifinati after people nit yaa ngi wax ne this is not ethical. When it comes to ethics, what people are referring to here is Cherno Samba is an agent. Like he's not a licensed agent. I don't think he even describes himself as an agent. Maybe he does. But we all Gambians perceive him as an agent because he represents players like Adama Bojang, he represents players like Dembo Sedikan, he represents players like Benendo Binahaltrade, Lamin Silla Owens. So he's representing players. And when players are signing contracts, he's there with them. So the perception is he's the agent. But of course, I check the agency that he works with. He is one of the owners of this agency, that is Pox. He's the owner. He's one of the owners of the agency. And I realized they have 3 or 4 licensed agents there who will take care of their deals. But at the end of the day, he want to be in the pictures. When the players sign, he's the one we see with the kids. Now he's offering our coaches, our national team coach, our under 17 national team coach, he offered him to pay his license. And then people started getting angry about this. I was not happy about it at all. I'm not happy about it at all. Let me know what you think, guys, in the comment about this. Is it right for an agent to pay for the youth team coach of the country where the agent, has a vested interest in? Cherno Samba have interest in the Gambia under 17. Cherno Samba have interest in the Gambia under 20 because he's an agent. Because he works for an agency. Like, even if I don't call him, he works for an agency. For that fact, if a player is on the under 17 who is good, he will want to have him under his agency to manage that player, to sign that player, and then, find him a deal. Because, of course, that is also where agents make their money. You sign you sell a player, and then you make a commission out of that. So there is that conflict of interest. So if you are compromised as the coach, like an agent is taking care of you, like the agent can tell you, can have an impact on what your decisions you make as a coach, the players you pick. What are men fee under 17, under 20 B, all Africa game B. Prior to that, what happened? Cherno Samba organized on a trials. Come on, trials B. It was the under 20 coach. And then people are saying most of the players you pick for no, they come from that trials. So Gambia, like, it's a sad place to be in. Understand? Like, we normalize very abnormal things. Really abnormal things, we normalize them. Understand? Like, coach has to be independent. Coach has to be an independent person. Make the decisions based on like his own merit criteria you set, while a merit of the players you may choose. but the coach has to be an independent body. So if the coach is being held by those that are interested in these players, then there is a conflict of interest. It's a serious one. And that was the thing. That was the thing. I'm happy it only take one day, seeing that Necheno Sama withdrawn that payment after people said Lusigawa. Hamga. But yeah, it is not right. It's not morally right at all. But in Gambia, we make things that are not right. We normalize things that are not right. Hamga. Yeah. Yeah, Ken, of course, he's a brother to Hamga. Gambia, we love him. We watch him play for the country and things like that. But like, it's not right. Yeah, my head could just come medal and be like the gold medal we don't time more them on the 7 on the 20 with Matahar. For you medal, you make a channel Samo based on that. Salum Munenaka, Salum Jai Munenaka. Why am I not happy? What is the point? What are you not happy about? What I'm not happy about is the conflict of interest. I'm not happy about the conflict of interest. Man, okay, yo agent ga Salum. Just look at it like this. Yo agent ga, man coach la. Man my coach you team si. Hale yep si man lañu jaar before you make a contract. Understand? Under 17 coach. Léegi yow nga feel man ma dem defee suma exam si ak yooyu noonu yëpp wala sa yow compromise nga ma ba pare di because yow soo ma ne pickal player bii nii kii suma player kii player bi baax na dama laa seedal kóolare boo ma joxoon nga feel ma ne waaw yow suma lifi nga xam so in that moment I'm not making a decision based on my coaching thoughts or my coaching my reasoning. I'm making it based on yow suma waay nga woon defaloon nga ma lii nii. And that is why the conflict of interest, we have to be very serious about this. Like, man, blame Yaya Mane for even taking the money or for even accepting the offer. I don't blame Yaya Mane for that because of Gambia is a very difficult system is really, really bad. The system is the problem. It's the monster. Gambia system is more monster. More monster will more system because system is very, 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 very bad. So, like, coaches amuñ yaakaar coach Gambia depuis kañ la géej am opportunity pour dem jànga wala jànga inside the Gambia wala develop themselves go to the next level depuis kañ I cannot remember. We all cannot remember. I think license B la guy amoon CAF B la guy amoon exam in the 9 years ago. Since then that happened. So coaches yi fii mooy seen lekkekaay fii mooy seen career. So they have to develop. They have to get to the next level. So they have to develop as a coach. Who have to help them do that? Is the Gambia Football Federation. It's the Gambia Football Federation having courses. Every FA woman, even Liberia, Liberia, they are not doing they are a bad country in football, but they are not up there. Liberia is a coaching curriculum. You go to the Liberia page with FA page, you will see they have a curriculum. CAF A, they will do it there. CAF B, they will do it there. Almost every single year, they are doing courses. They are creating the platform for their coaches to develop. And now Gambian coaches are going to Liberia to go and develop there. Why can't we do it in our country? We are under CAF. We are part of CAF. CAF can help us. We can work it out so that CAF instructors can come to Gambia and then develop. Why can't we do it? Why can't we do it? So yes, hitna amut yakar. Gambia then could give just the opportunity to develop. So they will take whatever they have because none of the can be them. Like I checked the price in South Africa, how much it costs. It's costing about $150,000 to do the CAF A license. Understand? That is just the price for the exam. Sa flight be ñëwangut looy dem li fi nekk yooyu noonu yëpp ñëwangut. So it's difficult. Xam nga? So ñan ñoo ñu mën a help ñu mën a yombal loolu noonu ñu ko def suñu dëkka is the Gambia Football Federation. If you have then they am curriculum being then go there because they are working, but you learn the def. So I don't blame, and I don't blame Cheno Sama for using the opportunity. This opportunity, I don't blame him for that. But it's a conflict of interest, and this should not be allowed to happen. That's why people were not happy about that. Cheno Sama hamna lum def it's not right. More than withdraw because people are crying now. More than gene halis am fofu nonu. Hamga. Exactly. Why is the GFF not stepping? Why is the GFF not stepping in to help? Because GFF is by law. 9 years or 10 years, we have not developed our coaches. We have not developed our coaches. We don't have a curriculum. CAF D ak CAF C loolu rek la gars yi def te loolu sax mostly local people yi ñoo ko de instruct. So it's difficult. It's really sad. Gambia is a sad place to be. So now your point is clear. What is that about the Gambia? It is not Gambians who disapprove it. Call out the people who did the wrong by name and is it for boxing Gambians with one vineyard. And yeah, like you can name them. You can name. But I don't know. But man, what's wrong? The clan is wrong. What's wrong is wrong. But anyways, guys, we're not that topic about tutti. You guys can share your thoughts as well. Me feel for go post make rounds on social media and stuff. So dem leen foofu noonu ngeen join the conversation tell us your thoughts lii yëpp Gambia ñoo ñu ko teg de lii yëpp Gambia ñoo ñu ko teg suñ GFF bi ñoo ñu ko teg suñ système bi la sax because système bi Gambia nekkul si GFF rek de it's Gambia across the board. It's so sad suñ country bi it's so sad country la but suñ système yi it really need to be dañ ko war a change dañ war a change suñ système si naka la ñoo operate it's not the right way and if we don't do that we just keep going backwards, man. Just keep going backwards, guys. But anyways, guys, thank you for joining me. I'm not one bari. It's been 1 hour, 1 hour 6. I'm going to get MRT 1 hour. We can recap la one, but we're gonna see national team bi lal na see another topic boo xam ne mi ngi make rounds moo nekk di trend right now Gambia so ma ne xam wax si suma thoughts but yeah guys su ma nekk di seetaan jërë ngeen jëf for joining me and staying with me this long. I appreciate your time. And on Friday, Gambia will play against Comoros. The first game. It's gonna be 7 p.m. That's gonna be like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. here in Japan. But nonetheless, I'll be up. I'll be doing the live watch along. So if you wanna join me for that, please come and join me because Saturday I'm off. Saturday I don't have work, so I can do that definitely, guys. Yeah, but until Friday, inshallah. Jërë ngeen jëf, guys. Jërë ngeen jëf. Friday live, no? Yeah, I will do the live watch along on Friday, Mohammed. I will be here doing the live watch along with you guys, watching the game here, and then try to entertain if I can or comment on the game as well, which I don't know if I'm good at. But I will try. I'll be here. I know you have a pre-game, and then I will try to get some thoughts from some, prominent Gambian. Ñoo xam ne ñu ngi follow football bu baax ñu waxtaan ci game bi. Hopefully Gambia can get the win daal. The most important thing is that Yankuba Minteh fit delluwaat Brighton. Gambia get the wins against Comoros and hopefully at least a draw against Tunisia. You qualify to the African Cup of Nations. Jamono ñooy loolu la ñoo ñaan, guys. So be ba joxe rendezvous on Friday. We'll be here. So make sure you come and join me, guys. Until then, I'm out, guys. Goodbye.